Hey everybody, this is John Masadi, the owner of Elite Personal Fitness here at Township 5 in Camillus. I wanted to go over how our athletic performance program works and kind of explain what is it that we do, okay, how do you get started, and kind of what we focus on to give your athletes, I guess, the greatest advantage they can in their sport. So we think of our program as a complete athletic development program. Now what that means is that we're focused on increasing their overall strength. Okay, we want them to be, we say bulletproof from every angle. So from any direction, we want them to be strong. And then also we want them to learn how to be fast, because everyone has the ability to learn how to be faster. We want them to be fast and be able to jump, okay, in every single direction. Okay, it doesn't matter what your sport is. I mean, we have swimmers that are right next to hockey players. That encompasses all the athletes, because what we do is we can teach them how to increase their overall strength and teach them how to proportion to the ground and learn how to be faster and more effective in their running by creating personalized programs for each athlete and then coaching them through their entire program. So pretty much what I mean by that is we need to get a look at your athletes, see how they move. Okay, what's their base level of strength? What is their mobility? What is their, what are they starting with, so that we can get from there. We take beginning numbers in our initial evaluation, okay, and then from there we would create a program. So that's how we would start. We want to have your athlete come in for an initial assessment. It's $49 for an initial assessment, and pretty much what we're doing is we're getting a starting point, okay? We create 4-week programs for each of our athletes. Every 4 weeks they get a brand new program. Now, with our initial assessment, we want to get beginning numbers on, hey, we want to know how fast you are at a 10-yard dash. We have a change of direction test called the 5-10-5 or a Pro Agility Shuttle. We'll call it different things. We want to know how high you can jump. We want to know, and then while we're doing that, we're seeing how you're putting force in the ground, how you're leaning when you're changing direction, what's your positioning, how are you landing with your feet, with your arms, everything with their sprinting. We get an idea of strength-wise where they're at. Okay, how far can you throw something? We get an idea of explosive upper body strength. We want to know if they can do chin-ups to show us the relative body strength with their upper body. We have them squat, we have them pick up things, okay, and we get an idea of how you move, how the athlete, is there any mobility restrictions? Is there anything strength-wise that we're worried about? So a lot of athletes come in with injuries or previous surgeries. Okay, are they leaning to one side? Are they favoring the side that they hurt? Just to get us an idea of what they're starting at. The really cool part of our initial assessment, a lot of the tests and everything are quick. Hey, can you, hold this weight? Let's see you squat. Let's watch you move. But the really cool thing is we videotape your athlete running in a 10-yard dash. What we do is from there, we do a running analysis for you guys right after we do it. We put you up on the TV and we explain, okay, these are things that are common with most athletes. Okay, we were looking for a number of things based off, okay, in the first 5 yards, we want them to take this many steps, and you can see here, you're taking this many steps. It's not that athletes, are doing things wrong. They just have never been taught how to do things. So we're saying, hey, these are things that most athletes have trouble with. Right here, these are things that we would focus on most with your athlete, and then from there, we would coach them accordingly. Now, I always kind of compare things to, when you first learn how to play hockey, you got to learn how to skate. They're like, hey, you need to know how to stop. You need to know how to go. You need to know how to go backwards. You need to know how to turn. They don't do that with running. So unless you're, most athletes don't get training on how to sprint or how to start or their first couple steps, just acceleration or top speed in general, unless they're on a track team. And even then, you never know, because coaches are usually spread thin. They're, got 100 kids that are running around. They can't usually give the attention. So we want to give that attention where we can teach them how to properly start, change direction, jump in different directions, okay? And we show that through the video showing, hey, this is what we want you to focus on. These are things that you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And this is how we can help. And from there, from your running analysis and then from your strength portion of the evaluation, and then also just your history. If you have a history of, say, we have people that have broken their back, we have people that with knee injuries or ankle injuries, we say, okay, with your analysis, okay, with your strength assessment, and then with your prior injuries, this is what we think would work out best in the next 4 weeks. Then what we do is we create the program for them. Then they come into the workouts, and they start training. Okay, so with the training, most of our session is based off strength. We're trying to increase their overall body strength, and then we get them to move. So the best way to learn how to sprint is to sprint. We have specific drills and specific things that we're working on to, one, just kind of increase the engine, okay, that they have to where they can last longer, have better game day conditioning, but also, they're more effective. Okay, so when they go and do their speed training, they're more, it's not just, I'm just going to run as fast as I can. There's more purpose behind it. They're driving through the balls with their feet more. They're more explosive. They're taking bigger steps. They're lower, which is a big one. A lot of athletes stand up too quick or stay too high the entire time. They're not really pushing themselves forward by pushing back, if that makes any sense. So that will give you an idea. You have different options on what you would like to do with training. You can come 2, 3, or 4 times a week. We have multiple class times. They can come. We have an app. You just let us know when you're coming. You can come to any of the days or times, okay, as long as there's space available. And it really is simple as that. We keep their program here. Every time they come, they grab their program. We warm them up as a group, okay, and then we break them up into little groups, and we coach them from there. And then after they go through their strength workout, we'll go right into a speed development, and we do that every single time that they come. And every single time that they come, to the facility, they're focused on a total body workout. We will have different focuses, say on the day, like we're going to press. We have a pressing focus more on this day, but they are still going to press on other days. So if they miss a Wednesday, it's not going to be a big deal if they only come on Thursdays or if they only come on Mondays or, whatever they do. They're still going to get coaching. They're still going to get what they need to become the ultimate, athlete, which is what we're focused on. We want to give them every single aspect of it. And this comes with nutrition as well. All of our athletes, we have them, as much help as they need. We're like, hey, here's what we would recommend. Eat something like this, okay, every single day to make sure you guys are fueled up. We always drill the kids like, hey, what'd you have for breakfast? What'd you do for this? And, we're trying to instill good habits in them so they know, hey, I do need to be fueled up. I do need to sleep more. I do need to, make sure I'm drinking water all day, and to make sure that, they're becoming the best version of themselves, but then also, even if they help, we have athletes that, come in that are really competitive and they need help coaching mentally, saying like, hey, well, think about it this way. Let's focus on that, things that to get them to be, overall more competitive in their sport. And then, if they focus to go on to become just better humans, in just life and become productive, or, if they want to do that as well as compete at the next level, this is all part of it. We've had athletes from, we've trained, we start at training at 12 years old. Our groups training, we typically keep in the high school age. But we've trained athletes from 12 to, Major League Baseball. So we've had the gamut. I ran the strength conditioning. I started the strength conditioning program at West Jenny a couple years ago. Trained all the teams there. So we have experience training everybody. If you guys have any questions or want to, start with your initial assessment and then go from there, please feel free to reach out. Thanks for listening. And if you have any questions, please let me know.